Welcome back to CUTV Sports. We're at Waldo S. Tippin Gymnasium. Ian Hunter joined by Matt Catrilla. Matt, Golden Eagles are down 44-28 right now. Not looking too good.
No, and the reason why is Cal's just shooting the daylights out of them right now, especially from beyond the arc. That's been the difference in this ball game. We talked about it during the pregame, Ian. Both these teams, very similar size advantages, and just had to shoot. Whoever shot the ball better was obviously going to have the advantage in this game and come out with the better defensive stands. And Cal's done that, especially shooting in the department. Last time we checked it, Cal was shooting 15 of 26 from the field, and Clarion's only shooting 7 of 25. So obviously, Clarion's got to pick it up shooting the ball if they're going to have any shot of coming back and winning this game.
There's a minute left before we start things off again. The Golden Eagles are giving a lot of playing time to the seniors, including guys like Lenny Patterson, Drew Vandermeer. We've seen some good play tonight from Calvin Edwards, but towards the end, his aggressive style really kind of, didn't work. He wasn't hitting shots. He was taking 4 shots. It wasn't a good time in that second part of that first half for Calvin.
Exactly, and unfortunately, that's kind of what he's done all year is, take a lot of 4 shots, especially from beyond the arc. One quick pass. As soon as he got the ball, he shot the ball up. He didn't continue the good ball movement that the Golden Eagles try to implement in their offense every game this season, and it's hurt the Golden Eagles this season, and it's hurt the Golden Eagles here again tonight.
They're getting ready to start back up. Mike Crump got a solid first half. Here's he had 12 points. Keith Lowe for the Cal Vulcans had 10 points, and Cal overall shot 53% from the floor. It's going to be hard to win a lot of games when the opponent is shooting like that and you're shooting so poorly.
Exactly, and even guys like Mike Kropka and Corey Belich playing some good defense. Even actually Drew Vandermeer tonight's been playing some nice defense, but still Cal is knocking down shots, even some tough shots, and like turnaround jump shots, or if Clarion defenders are right on top of Cal offensive players, they're still knocking them down. So when you got a team that's hot, they're hot, and there's no way you can stop them.
So Cal inbounds, and we are starting this second half. The Golden Eagles trailing by 16, 44-28 to start things out. Fortune will start things for the Cal Vulcans. There's the ball to Ubeck. Ubeck will pass that ball right out of bounds. Intended target was Harding. Quentin Harding's been playing pretty well for the Vulcans tonight, but was pretty quiet towards the end of that first half. On the floor right now for the Golden Eagles, Evan Battle, Marcus Jones, Lenny Patterson, Calvin Edwards, and Mike Kromka.
A little bit of full court pressure you're seeing here from the Vulcans, but Clarion able to break that up rather easily.
And we're seeing the left wrist of Marcus Jones taped up. It looked like he was trying to pass that ball to Mike Kromka, and here comes Fortune. Looked like he was gonna be aggressive and go to the hoop, but passes it off towards the end, and a foul was called on Calvin Edwards.
Looks like an alley-oop attempt there from Fortune to Chris Williams, and Williams kind of just was shoved in the back by Calvin Edwards. You see like the last second, I guess the foul on Calvin Edwards, his first of the game and the first on Clarion.
Not a whole lot of fouls are being called, and they're gonna call that an intentional foul. So 2 free throws are upcoming for Chris Williams. That first one is good. Now increase that lead to 17 points for the Cal Vulcans. Calvin will take a seat on the bench.
And once again, Ian, the aggressive play of Calvin Edwards hurting the Golden Eagles right off the bat again here in the second half.
And Williams hits his second. Now the Vulcans will get possession, leading by 18 with 19:20 remaining in this second half. Again, the left wrist of Marcus Jones is heavily taped. We'll see how that will affect his ball handling moving forward.
Definitely going to knock him out as far as shooting the ball is concerned. Having that taped up, won't be able to have too much movement and trying to squeeze and kind of set it. That's the left hand. He's a right-handed shooter, so the guide hand, not going to have much great handling there for a shot for Marcus Jones.
Mitchell Wheaton hits the shot. It's good. 20-point lead again for the Vulcans. Lenny Patterson will pass that ball off to Kromka in the corner. Now to Belovich. Belovich cross court to Marcus. Marcus down to Battle, and Battle forcing his way down low. Will pass it off to Belovich for three. It's good. What a great look for Corey Belovich. Cuts that lead to 17.
It was almost a no-look pass, sort of, from Evan Battle. He hesitated at first to go towards the top of the key, and then he looked again and saw Belovich wide open. Belovich knocking down the three from beyond the arc.
Three-pointer from Cal is good. Quentin Harding quickly responds, and now Lenny Patterson quickly up the floor and will draw the foul. Lenny tried to move around the standing player. We have a replay, and you see the contact. Lenny tried to get around him. Foul is called on Mitchell Whedon. That's his team first of the second half. Golden Eagles trailing 51-31. Lenny to the line. Lenny has struggled with his free throws. One of the big problems this year, Matt, has been for the Golden Eagles is that their seniors really haven't had big-time performances. Lenny Patterson only averaging 9.2 a game. Calvin only 8.4. You need more from your starting seniors to win.
Well, we've talked about not just the seniors, them especially, but the whole guard play in general hasn't stepped up at all for Clarion this year. Not any one of those guys has turned into the go-to guy, the leading scorer, the person to go to and critical points of the game. And that's really hurt Clarion this year, and one of the reasons why they're only a 6-1 ball club.
And Ubik has the ball fall out of his hands. Good defense by Lenny Patterson. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Fortune keeps passing the ball around. He'll find it in his hands again. Three-pointer, no good. Rebound is picked up by Cal U and foul. Chris Williams grabbed the rebound. It was fouled by Evan Battle. Excuse me, they're going to say Marcus Jones is going to be the guilty party. That's going to be Marcus's first foul of the day.
And Cal now, Ian, is starting to take control of the boards, and that was something that Clarion was the only way to keep themselves in. It was, get those tight boards, held Cal to one and done. They had a couple of second chance opportunities here and there in the first half, but the second half, a majority of their first set of offensive possessions have come on second chance points, and that's hurting Clarion right now, trying to mount a comeback. Down by 20 now.
Free throw was good. 32 points for the Golden Eagles. The only problem is that Cal scored 52. They're down by 20. Lenny loses the ball for a second time. Takes that ball up. Lenny was looking for someone. Might have been Mike Kromka, but the ball flies out of bounds. Lenny trying to make something happen. Nearly lost the ball 3 times on that one possession. And now Lenny's going to be substituted out, as will Kromka, for Aaron Johnson and Anthony Baker. This will be a long second half, Matt, if the Golden Eagles can't pick up their play.
Absolutely, and now that I mentioned that Cal is starting to take control of the boards, it might be all Cal here in the second half, and then yes, it'll be a long road to the end of the road for the Golden Eagles this year, unfortunately.
And rebound is picked up by Johnson. The Golden Eagles quickly move up the floor here. Here comes Baker. Baker gets to the rim. It's good. And I swear, Matt, that Anthony Baker has springs in his knees.
I would agree with that. He has such great athleticism in his legs. He can jump very high. He's real quick, especially out in transition. One of the reasons why he was brought here from Lock Haven, but again, has been inconsistent this year.
Harding working against Belovich. Passes that ball down low. And no good. Rebound is picked up by Williams, and Williams is fouled on the way up by Johnson.
Chris Williams, too, for Cali, and had a rather quiet first half also. In this second half, he's really emerged. He's being a lot more aggressive and winning those tough battles down in the post, and he's responsible for a lot of the second chance opportunities and getting most of the offensive rebounds for the Vulcans here in the second half.
Williams' free throw is good. Vulcans go up again by 19, and there's that replay. Anthony Baker just skying to the rim.
Was there in probably about less than 5 seconds. which is quite impressive for Anthony Baker. Such an athletic player, and was a great pickup by Coach Ryder to bring him over from Lock Haven.
Second free throw is no good. Rebound picked up by Kromka, and Belovich will set the point for the Golden Eagles.
Golden Eagles, too, and having a tough time with Cal's full court pressure here that they've got in the second half. You didn't see much of it in the first half, but for whatever reason, they kind of want to shut the door on Clarion here in the second half, and Clarion having a tough time dealing with the full court pressure from the Vulcans.
After the Belovich miss, rebound picked up by the Vulcans. And now Fortune will set things up with 16 minutes remaining in this game. Gives that ball to Whedon. Whedon against Kromka. Whedon turnaround is denied again by Kromka. 3 blocks for the young man tonight. Harding back down to Whedon. Whedon, the second opportunity is blocked again. 4 blocks for Kromka. Kromka says, get out of my house.
Certainly Mike Kromka's going to finish on a high note. Great effort from him tonight.
And Williams forces the layup, no good. Golden Eagles moving to the basket. Belovich taking his time, puts the ball up. It's good for Corey Belovich.
Great poise there by Corey Belovich. Driving pretty almost coast to coast, stops, keeps his composure, makes a couple of guys miss, finishes off the glass for the lay-in.
Cal setting up, still up by 17. Harding passes it low to Williams. Williams passes it back to Harding. Harding has that ball taken away. Steal will be credited to Kromka. Belovich moves up the floor, and he'll be fouled by Fortune. So the Golden Eagles will get possession, and that'll be the 3rd foul on Fortune. So here comes Belovich. Here's the replay. Just a great job. Belovich has meant so much to this lineup since he has come in, Matt.
Absolutely, and again, that was great composure by him this year. And that's another element that he brings to this Golden Eagles team whenever he's out there on the floor. Very aggressive, got those tough rebounds down the post, knocks down some big shots, but overall, he does a great job of keeping his composure while out on the floor.
So it's our first media timeout. We've been talking bad about the Golden Eagles, Matt, but let's talk about some bright spots. Let's pick it up a little bit. The guards for the Golden Eagles have been playing so much better since their win against Mercyhurst, including Marcus Jones and Corey Belovich, who have really become bigger players, big-time players. Evan Battle, his emergence has meant the future for this Golden Eagles team. He brings some size and athleticism and has a mid-range jump shot. He's not just Dwight Howard. He can actually make something happen. And the guards, if they shoot well, they have proven that this system can work. That's important.
Exactly, but it's been inconsistent, and that's why the Golden Eagles are where they're at right now at 6-19.
You're supposed to be the optimistic one, Matt.
I know, but again, I also go by what's happened this year. But I am optimistic though that guys like Corey Belovich, Marcus Jones, Aaron Johnson, Anthony Bigger, we're seeing here tonight, those guys can up their play a little more, work on their shooting in the off season, and they've proven that it can work. They just got to start working on their shooting a little bit more. And I think that now they have a year of now having played together, that I'm very optimistic about next year how good they can be.
Marcus Jones misses from downtown, and up for the second chance bucket is Mike Kromka.
Another reason why, too, I'm optimistic for next year, Ian, because Mike Kromka really has stepped up his game this year, and he will continue to be and probably emerge as a leader for this team coming forward next year, and what will be his senior year.
Keith Lowe passes that ball off to Art Cook. Cook working against Kromka, gets it down low to Liedl. Liedl will kick it out. Vulcans taking their time, 7 seconds on the shot clock. Ubik will pass it off to Cook. Cook for 3, no good. Rebound is picked up by Liedl of Cal. And a fresh shot clock will be given to Cal. The shot clock went off.
And then set up right away off after the rebound there by Anthony Liddle. Again, winning the battle rather easily against Aaron Johnson. Aaron Johnson hasn't done much down in the post tonight for Clarion.
Ubik working against Kromka, passes it out to Keith Lowe. Lowe, despite the win this team had against Mercyhurst, only had 5 points in their last contest. And rebounds picked up by Aaron Johnson after the miss. Up to Marcus Jones. Jones passes to Kromka, and he's fouled on his way up, but is helped up by the guilty party, and that was Quentin Harding.
And Mike Kromka was found wide open in transition, and it takes a hard foul trying to go up for it. Now you see him grabbing his nose, but not bleeding, so that's good for Mike Kromka, but we'll have a pair of free throws at the charity stripe.
Now, that's the first foul on Harding today, the 6'5" senior from McKeesport. And Kromka still trying to get the water out of his eyes after getting smacked in the nose while going up for that shot. Golden Eagles trailing 53-38, 13-20 remaining in this game. First free throw is good for Mike Kromka as they're fighting their way back for the most part, making things a little bit more interesting down the stretch. Trailing right now by 14. And second free throw is up and good. So now trailing only by 13.
Still not over yet, Ian. They just got to start getting some consecutive defensive stands, which we haven't seen all game.
And some consecutive shots would help too.
Well, that too, yes.
Harding passes it down low. And now it's an open three-pointer for Cook. Cook hits it. And puts the Vulcans up by 16. Belovich has the ball taken away. It's tipped out of bounds, and it went off Belovich, so Cal will get the ball back. And right as the Golden Eagles try to find a little momentum, Cal rips it right back.
I think we jinxed him that time, Ian.
Ubik gets that ball off to Cook. Cook working against Kromka, will pass that ball off to Harding. Harding has the ball taken away from Marcus Jones, or by Marcus Jones, and Jones tries to jump in, but it goes out of bounds. Checking in for the Golden Eagles is Calvin Edwards. Checking in for Corey Belovich. And this time, Marcus Jones nearly again. I thought he had it that time. .12.5 minutes remaining. Ubik working against Anthony Baker. Baker gets the Harding. Harding for three. Good. Beautiful shot by Harding, puts the Vulcans up by 19.
Such a great stroke and textbook stroke from Quentin Harding. I knew as soon as that ball left his hand that was going to be swishing for good.
Marcus passes it back to Baker. Baker doesn't even hit the rim. Rebound was picked up by Calvin. Gets it down low to Kromka. Kromka also no good. And the frustration is starting to be shown on the faces of the Golden Eagles, especially the likes of Marcus Jones.
I mean, you can't blame him there. I mean, it's a lot of shots have been falling for them, but again, you know, they haven't gotten the stops that they needed to.
If you see Marcus Jones at the very end, just showing the frustration. He was wide open for three, but Kromka went up, so we're going to send it to a quick commercial break during this media timeout. You're watching CUTV Sports.
When you throw away money on wasted electricity, you're throwing away everything you could have bought with it. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at EnergySavers.gov.
Welcome back to CUTV. Ian Hunter joined by Matt Cotrillo. The Golden Eagles trailing 59-40. They had cut that lead to 13, and then the Cal Vulcans, Matt, just said, you know what, we like having control of this game. We're going to keep it that way.
And that's what they've done all game. Every time Clarion's made a run, Cal's responded, especially from beyond the arc. But again, starting to win the battles down in the post, getting many second, third chance opportunities, and that's really killed Clarion here in the second half.
Lenny Patterson, who's checked back in, inbounding to Anthony Baker. As we tick under 12 minutes to go in this game, Lenny Patterson working against Ubik, the reigning freshman of the week for the Cal Vulcans. Johnson puts up the contested shot, no good. Rebound picked up by Lowe, and he has some speed going down the floor. And he's going to lose that ball. It's going to stay with the Vulcans after going off the hip Mike Kromka and the Golden Eagles showing more frustration as Calvin Edwards and Lenny Patterson showing their displeasure in the call.
They all did a good job getting back on defense there. Just I thought actually went off the law. I didn't think it had touched anybody, but couldn't really tell from where we're sitting here on our angle.
Ball's in the hand of Cook. Cook looking around, finds his corner. Harding working against Calvin Edwards, gives it back to Cook. Cook back to Harding, three-pointer is up, three-pointer is no good. Rebound picked up by Lenny. Lenny's got some speed, he gives it off to Calvin. Calvin will put it up, it's good. So the Golden Eagles have cut that lead to 17. Cal setting up offensively. Harding down low, working it out, kicks it out to Cook. Cook for three, no good. Rebound picked up by Lowe. Lowe put it right back in. And Lowe, standing at 6'2", really does a great job of boxing out underneath the hoop. Now Lenny Patterson. With 10.5 minutes remaining, Lenny pulls up, shoots, no good. Rebound picked up by Cook. Cook will get it up to Ubik. With 10:20 remaining, the Golden Eagles trailing by 19. 61-42 is the score here from Waldo West Tippin Gymnasium. Golden Eagles are trying to go out on a good note, and this is really not it. Bad shot put up by Dombrowski, who's checked in. Golden Eagles with 10 minutes left to go. Lenny Patterson for deep, for three, no good. Ubik picks up the rebound. He's going to go right to the hoop. It's picked up by Lenny, gets the steal off to Anthony Baker. Gives it to Kromka, and Kromka, wow, gracefully up and in.
Nice find by Baker and a good reverse lay-in there by Mike Kromka. Once again in transition for Clarion.
Cal setting up their offense, Ubik. Cal still setting up. They're going to take their time. Ball's in the hands of Dombrowski. Gives that ball right back to Ubik. Working against Lenny Patterson with 7 seconds on the shot clock. 9:15 remaining in this game. Ubik deep for three. Good. With a hand in his face, Ubik with a great shot. 20-point lead again for the Vulcans. They refuse to let their right foot off the gas pedal.
They've been knocking down those kind of shots all night. Ubik with the shot clock running down, guy in his face, able to knock down a deep three.
And Lenny had the ball fall right out of his hands. Ball's in the hands of Harding. Harding will dunk it. And Harding and the rest of these Cal Vulcans are owning the Golden Eagles on their home floor during senior night. Timeout called by, or timeout, it's immediate timeout with 8:42. It has not been good for the Golden Eagles. They trail by 22, 66-44. The Vulcans usually average about 69 points a game, Matt. I think it's pretty safe to say they should eclipse that mark today.
Yeah, I think so. And you saw Quinton Harding there sitting on the bench getting a well-deserved rest. He had 15 points in the last meeting with Clarion, and now he's got 16 here tonight.
So 8:42 remaining right now. Head coach for Cal, Bill Brown, just trying to get his guys in the right state of mind. They came in here today looking for some momentum, and I think it's safe to say they're going to leave this building with it.
I think so too, and again, it's going to be a tough match for them. That'll be some matchup to watch for the first round of the PSAC playoffs in the men's bracket. Two very good shooting teams in Gannon and California, so that's going to be a great matchup, first round matchup in the PSAC playoffs.
Clarion, on the other hand, at this point looking somewhat dejected. You see it on their faces. Look at the faces of Mike Kromka right now and Marcus Jones. Frustration after what has been a extremely frustrating season.
At least, and of course, knowing how the season's gone, you always want to send your seniors out on a high note, especially the way everything went for Clarion this year. And to not be able to do that definitely is incredibly frustrating.
Miss for Calvin Edwards. Rebound is going to be picked up by Marcus Jones after it's tipped around by Mike Gromka. Drew Vandermeer now for three is good for Drew Vandermeer.
Now Drew Vandermeer is only 2 points away. Oh, sorry, no, that was David Culver. I'm sorry. Drew Vandermeer's got 30 points, and now 33 points.
Cal setting up with just over 8 minutes to go, and an alley-oop! And a technical is going to be called on number 35, Jeremy Posse, the 6'7" freshman, or excuse me, sophomore. And they're going to get him for hanging on the rim. But you know what, Matt? If you have the ability to go up there and do that, you know what? You hang there on that rim. You've earned every second of airtime you've got.
Yeah, exactly. And they've.
It's not like they're not up. It's not like they're losing by. It's not like they're losing.
No, it's not. They're dominating this game and had taken a 21-point lead, their largest. Now it's back down to 20 with Calvin Edwards not shooting these free throws here on the technical foul. But, you know, as I mentioned in the keys to the game, since this game is virtually meaningless for both teams, you might as well go out and have fun. I said that in the keys to the game for Clarion, but Cal too, especially when you're up by so much.
So 20-point lead. 20-point lead for Cal. That's one of those rules I really dislike, though, Matt. He wasn't up there that long.
No, he wasn't. I think the ref was trying to kind of compensate a little bit for Clarion's end, you know, as far as like rubbing it in sort of way.
And blocked. Marcus Jones was going to the rim. It was blocked. Now Lowe will go to the hoop, and it's good. Block was by none other than Jeremy Posse. So 2 big plays on both ends of the floor for the sophomore.
What a spin move, too, by Keith Lowe.
So now 70-48 with 7.5 minutes remaining. And I'm sure Clarion just wishes they would turn the lights out now. Calvin goes to the hoop, no good. Rebound picked up by Posse. And Cal is setting up their offense. Posse is going to go to the line after being fouled.
Looked like he was going up for the dunk again. You see another great Bowman, a lot of shot fakes now since they've had it going. And Posse left wide open, down to the post again, tried to attempt the dunk, but was fouled.
And we have another immediate timeout. That's going to be the 3rd foul on Calvin Edwards. And what started as it looked like it was going to be an okay day for the Golden Eagles, but the hot shooting Cal Vulcans have come in here and have owned the Golden Eagles with extra emphasis.
They've done it from start to finish, right from the get-go. And they've put themselves distant away from Clarion, especially shooting beyond the arc, as we've talked about all game long. And it's been the difference here tonight.
So 7:10 remaining. Golden Eagles just trying to at least try to put a positive spin even on the game. You know, that ship has sailed on the season, but at least positive impact on the game. You know, Aaron Johnson has been fairly quiet tonight, was decent in the first half, but has been quiet in the second, as has the majority of this Clarion offense, as it has been all year. Again, 200, near to the bottom, the 279th in the country in shooting percentage. Clarion is 237th in the nation in scoring margin with a negative 5.4. So just a season that the Golden Eagles want to forget about. First free throw for Posse is up and good. Posse from Huntingdon, Pennsylvania. And that second free throw is good. Marcus Jones sets up for the Golden Eagles, gives that ball to Vandermeer. Vandermeer, give it back to Marcus as we tick under 7 minutes to play in this game. And a foul is called. It's on Jeremy Posse. That's going to be his first. Not really sure what the call was, Matt. That was a signal from the official I've never seen before.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure either. Maybe he meant to say, well, I was going to say not even blocking foul, because he would just go like this on the hips, but I don't know. That's an interesting gesture from the official.
Oh, one way or another, Kromko will go to the line.
The third foul also on Jeremy Posse.
He hasn't really been in that long. Oh, I guess because of the technical foul, that's his third. So Calvin Edwards, the senior, been playing very aggressive tonight. At points, that's hurt his team, but still, you like to see aggressive play. It's his last basketball game here at Clarion.
And now, with that foul on Cal, that puts Clarion in the single bonus.
Cal passing around. Fortune working against Marcus Jones will pass it off, and now it's back to Fortune. And Posse was driving, was kicking it out. Cal got caught with two guards in the same place. Now checking in for the Golden Eagles is Lenny Patterson with 6:26 remaining in this game. Marcus Jones working down the floor. His team trailing by 22. Now Drew Vandermeer for three is no good. Rebound picked up by Cal. Ball's in the hands of Posse. Posse will give it to Fortune, and we'll tick under 6 minutes to go in this game. And what has been an absolute blowout right now for the Golden Eagles. Harding has the ball, looks back, finds Lowe. And Lowe will find his man, no good. Rebound is going to be picked up by Lowe after the shot was missed by Chris Williams. Some more time's going to tick off the clock for the Vulcans, with 5.5 minutes now remaining in this game. .14 on the shot clock, and an offensive foul is going to be called on Chris Williams.
Marcus Jones did a good job setting his feet, forcing the charge, give Clarion the ball back.
So Dave Colbert's going to check in now for Drew Vandermeer. And let's look at the three-pointer stat. Clarion has had only 4 of 21 tonight.
Look at that. Unbelievable. 11 of 19 for Cal. And again, there's your difference in the ball game right there.
And the ball was taken away from Dave Colbert in his attempt to get it back from Williams. He fouls Williams. So that's the first foul on Dave Colbert with 5:08. I don't think you're going to see a whole lot from the coaching staff to finish things out. Probably just going to throw this game in the neutral on both sides, as Clarion's down 22 points, 72-50. Vulcans have been in control for the majority of this game. And they'll get 2 more points there from Chris Williams. Colbert will get it to Lenny Patterson. 4.5 minutes remaining. Lenny working against Lowe, puts the ball up, and Lenny finally kisses one off the glass. We'll cut that lead to 22. 4:20 remaining in this game. Lenny against Lowe. Ball's now in the hand of Posse. Posse will get it in the corner. Three-pointers up for Cal. It's no good. Rebound picked up by Posse. And he passed it to no one. Lenny Patterson on his horse to go and get it. Lenny going to take on the bigger man and draws the foul from Quentin Harding. So Lenny will go to the line. A tough play made by Lenny, and a good hustle play at that. Here's the replay.
Going up strong, too. Gets the foul, and will go to the line to shoot 2.
So Lenny at the line. First shot is good for Lenny. Cuts that lead to 21 with 4:07 remaining in this game. Cal adds a couple more substitutions, as they're also clearing their bench tonight, getting some of their deeper bench guys some playing time.
A lot of freshmen now on the floor for the Vulcans. You saw Art Cook just come in, 6'6" freshman in Cleveland, Ohio.
Cook will pass that ball up to Harding. Now to the hands of Dombrowski, being guarded tough by Dave Colbert. Now Cook working against Kromka. Will get that ball off. That's taken by Lenny Patterson. He telegraphed the pass the whole way. Lenny is denied. And Lenny somehow doesn't get a foul called against him. Cal has numbers. They get that ball down low to Quinton, and then a foul is called on Calvin Edwards.
A great job by Art Cook. The freshman just came in for Cal, getting back on Lenny Patterson in transition, but I thought he clearly hit the arm of Lenny Patterson going up for the basket, but unfortunately didn't get the call.
So we have a timeout on the floor. 3.5 to go in this game, 20 points. And Coach Runrider extremely displeased with the fact that Lenny Patterson got thrown into the boards like it was a hockey game.
Exactly, and despite a tough season for the Golden Eagles this year, we want to thank all of our Clarion CUTV Sports graduates this year. Rick McClellan, our station manager, Cody Martina, Taylor DePerna, Frank Lemon, and Mike Leopardo. All you guys did such a great job this year. There's
Rick.
There's Rick. Everybody's done a great job at CUTV Sports, and of course, Mr. Ian Hunter, our leader, our sports director. We thank you for everything you've done for us at CUTV Sports. You've done a great job. Very talented broadcaster. We've enjoyed everything you've taught me and all of us here so much in our young careers. And we're going to miss you very much. And we for you and for the rest of our seniors, nothing but success in your future.
Thank you very much, man. And thank you to all of the underclassmen and all of the past seniors and upperclassmen that have helped me out so much. You've made me what I am today, especially you young guys out there. I'm talking to you, Matt Catril. I'm talking to Alex Kazora. Talking to Chris Gillis. Talking to Frank. I'm talking to Beck. I'm talking to everyone out there who's helped me become who I am. It's greatly appreciated, and I thank you for all you've done for me. I hope I've made the impact on you that you have made on me. So now let's get back to this game. Kromka, 4 block shots tonight for the junior. Trying to end his season at least on a good note, while Clarion can't really say that they are. Dave Colbert, deep shot for 3, no good. Rebound is picked up by Dombrowski. And tough play by Marcus Jones. Calvin shoots it up for 3. Bad shot by Calvin, but he put it up anyway. Lenny Patterson scrapping on the floor, gives it all back to Colbert.
Somehow got away with the walk there.
Colbert for 3, no good. Rebound is picked up finally by Cook of Cal. And Cal goes to the rim, no good. Rebound is going to be picked up by Lowe. Lowe will put it up, no good. And Lowe is fouled. Lenny Patterson going to get called for the foul.
Patterson battling hard there with Lowe, and a tough call again on Lenny Patterson. It's just been that kind of a night for him.
Second foul on Lenny with 2:57 remaining. Should be seeing a couple more substitutions check in. Jeremy Schmader for the Golden Eagles will take out Marcus Jones. And for the last 3 minutes, the Golden Eagles will suffer a loss thanks to the likes of Cal and one of their best players, Keith Lowe. Checking in for the Golden Eagles, Tyron McFadden and Calvin Edwards will get sent to the bench in his curtain call. Calvin has been a good player for the Golden Eagles. Gets the handshake from the coaches as he walks off. Tyron McFadden back to Lenny Patterson under 3 minutes ago. Lenny for 3, no good. Rebound picked up by McFadden. McFadden will get it low to Kromka. Kromka handles it now to Jeremy Schmader, and Jeremy doesn't hit rim with his shot, and he'll go out of bounds off Kromka. So Cal will get the ball. Now we'll see Evan Battle check in for the Golden Eagles. In for Kromka.
A nice find by Kromka there as he exits the game. To Jeremy Schmader, cutting towards the basket, but Schmader's got to be able to knock that one down.
Two and a half minutes remaining. Cal just dancing around with the ball. Ubeck will go to the rim and easily gets past his man and gets 2. 78-54 is the score. Ball in the hands of Lenny Patterson. And Lenny will draw the foul on his way up. Foul will be on Ubeck. We'll see Ralph Naples Jr. check in for the Golden Eagles here momentarily. The 6'1", 165-pound freshman from Youngstown, Ohio. Has played very sparingly so far this season. We'll see him check in a second. For now, Lenny Patterson's at the line, and his shot is good.
Ralph Naples with 4 career points so far for Clarion.
Dave Colbert will hit the bench. In for him is Aaron Johnson. And Lenny hits his final free throw, and Lenny will check out. Lenny will go to the bench, 2:09 remaining, and the crowd gives Lenny Patterson a round of applause. He certainly has given absolutely everything he's had on the court while he's been here. Under 2 minutes to go. Cal passing the ball around. Shot up from low, it's good. 80-56, the Golden Eagles trail. That ball's going to stay with the Golden Eagles after it goes off the hands of Lowe. McFadden will inbound, and it's picked off easily. Here comes Cook. Cook lays it in. Art Cook increases the lead, 82-56. A minute and a half remaining now. Schmader kicks it out to McFadden. McFadden trying to find some room, puts that ball up, not even close, doesn't hit the rim. And the ball's gonna go out of bounds off the foot of Aaron Johnson. A minute 16 remaining. Here comes the replay, and it's not one that Tyron McFadden's gonna enjoy a whole lot. Just kind of threw that ball up there, and it must have forgot to attach the GPS, and I think because it got lost about halfway up. Whedon working against Aaron Johnson. Officially a minute to go in this season for the Golden Eagles, and it's a minute they wish would go by quicker than it has today. Cal passing the ball around, no good. Rebound picked up by Aaron Johnson. And he nearly loses the ball. He goes over and picks it up. 40 seconds left in the game. Johnson throws it, the shot, no good. Rebound picked up by Dombrowski. The freshman forward with 32 seconds now. Cal putting it up, no good. Rebound's gonna be picked up by the Golden Eagles. Here comes Schmader. The Golden Eagles have numbers. Here comes McFadden. McFadden will put it up, and it's good.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about, having fun right there. Last couple seconds, even though the game's out of reach, Tyron McFadden comes down and throws it down.
And 10 seconds left. I'd like to thank everyone who worked so hard during this remote season this year. To our remote coordinator, Alex Kazora, station manager, Rick McQuillan, to Matt Knaler, to Chris Gillis, to Michaela Williams, to Anthony Fusa, and to all you others that have done such fantastic work this season. We couldn't be more proud of you, and for just a good old time, here's a dunk to close it out. There we go.
No better way to do it, even though it's in a losing effort.
It's in a losing effort, but you know what? At least you got the end with a dunk, right? Final
Exactly.
score, 82-59. Not the way the Golden Eagles would have wanted it to finish, Matt, but this season that has been as tough as it has is just over.
It's over, and the seniors will go off and into their future careers, and the young guys that are left here, leaders that we'll turn to, Mike Kromka, Marcus Jones in particular, Corey Belovich, Aaron Johnson, Anthony Baker, and everybody else will look to try and improve their game, improve their shooting, as we said time in and time again this year, Ian, and hopefully it'll be a better year next year for the Clarion Golden Eagles.
Well, Matt, I will not be here next year.
No, you will not.
So you will have to have a good time calling those games next year.
Absolutely. I'm looking much looking forward to it, Ian. I will look to implement everything that I've learned from you and all the rest of the seniors here. And again, we thank you and all the other seniors listed here, Rick, Cody, Taylor, Frank, and Mike, for everything you've done for us for our CUTV Sports. And we're going to look to make everything better than ever next year.
Good luck, everybody. Finally, for Matt Catrillo, Alex Kazor, Rick McQuillan, Cody Martina, Taylor DePerna, Frank Lemon, and Mike Leopardo, I'm Ian Hunter, signing off for the final time here from Waldo West Tippin Gymnasium. Good luck and good night.